Let's get started. शुरू करें.
Yes, Dakshita, let's start.
Okay. So let's start. We can't hear you. Please अपना audio check कर लो, ठीक है? Everyone, please check your audio. Okay. Perfect. So let's again start with the lemon cupcakes first. सबसे पहले lemon cupcakes से ही शुरू करते हैं. For your lemon cupcakes, you first need to take in castor sugar. सबसे पहले castor sugar लेना है या पिसी हुई चीनी लेना है. अगर कैस्टर शुगर नहीं है तो पिसी हुई चीनी अगर ले रहे हो तो छान के लेना है, ठीक है. इफ यू डू नॉट हैव कैस्टर शुगर एंड यू आर यूजिंग normal sugar, please make sure to sieve your sugar and then use it. To this sugar we'll add oil. We are using flavorless oil. You can use Saffola, Fortuna, canola oils. Do not use mustard oil, almond oil, olive oil. ये वाले oils नहीं use करना, ठीक है. Give them both a good mix. अच्छे से इन्हें मिक्स करेंगे. Once you mix them both properly, add in your curd. I am using homemade curd. This is not Greek yogurt. This is not hung curd. Just normal घर का दही, ठीक है. You can use Amul. You can use Mother Dairy. You can use Nestle. You can use any brand you want to use. Just make sure that the curd does not have a lot of water. ठीक है. सिर्फ एक चीज इंश्योर करनी है कि दही में बहुत ज्यादा पानी ना हो. उसके सिवा आप कोई भी दही यूज कर लो और उसको अच्छे से मिक्स कर लो अपने शुगर एंड ऑयल के साथ. Once you've mixed it, add baking soda and baking powder. Once you add baking soda and baking powder, leave your baking soda and baking powder in your batter for around a minute. ठीक है. Within 1 minute.
Lakshita, just a second. So, yes, everyone. For the measurement, I will request you to please check the PDF once. I have already told you that how you can get the PDF. I will also tell you that in the end of the session. So please wait till then. Measurements के लिए आप PDF को check कर सकते हैं. And मैं आपको session के last में एक बार वापस से बता दूंगी कि आप PDF कैसे देख सकते हैं. बाकी the session is happening on the YouTube now. It is not happening on the Zoom. And don't worry, only the people who have paid can watch this. Nobody else can. भले ही ये YouTube पे हो रहा है, but जिन्होंने पे किया है सिर्फ वही देख पाएंगे, बाकी और कोई नहीं देखेगा. Okay, so don't worry about it.
हाँ, ठीक है. Okay, so अभी we had added baking soda and baking powder. Just okay. So once you add baking soda and baking powder into this, you just need to make sure that there is froth which appears on top of your batter. If this froth does not appear, your baking soda or baking powder is not working and you should not go forward with baking. ठीक है. अगर ये बबल रिएक्शन नहीं होता है आपके बैटर के ऊपर बेकिंग सोडा बेकिंग पाउडर डालने पे, तो आपका जो बेकिंग सोडा एंड बेकिंग पाउडर है वो काम नहीं कर रहा है और आपको अब आगे बेक उससे नहीं करना चाहिए, ठीक है. Give it a good mix. To this we'll add yellow color. So I am using a gel color. If you don't have gel color, you can go forward with liquid color. However, do not use your these colors, the powder colors. Those are not good for your health. ठीक है. तो powder color के सिवा कोई भी color आप use कर सकते.
Nothing, Dakshita. Yes, everyone, don't worry. We will provide you with the recordings also. So you do not need to worry about that too. आपको इसकी भी recordings मिलेंगी, तो आपको परेशान होने की जरूरत नहीं है. And Mr. Carlo, I will please request you to stop doing this. आप ये please करना बंद कर दीजिए. Yes, Dakshita.
Okay. Once you add your color, add in your essence. I have a lemon essence, so I'll be using this. If you do not have a lemon essence, you can add vanilla essence. plus 2 to 3 drops of lemon juice to it. ठीक है, मेरे पास लेमन एसेंस है तो मैं एसेंस यूज कर रही हूँ. अगर आप पे एसेंस नहीं है तो आप बस लेमन जूस डाल दो उसमें, और लेमन जूस डालने के साथ साथ आप वेनिला एसेंस डाल दो थोड़ा सा. ठीक है. नाउ
Okay.
हाँ.
Dakshita, there was a question that somebody is asking that, ma'am, the amount of the quantity that you have provided in the PDF, in that how many cupcakes we will be able to make?
For mojito one, you can make approximately 2 to 3 depending upon your liner size. For your Oreo ones, you can make 6.
Okay. तो मोहितो वाला जो है उसकी क्वांटिटी के अकॉर्डिंग आप 2 से 3 कपकेक्स बना पाएंगे, एंड ओरियो वाले में आप अराउंड 6 कपकेक्स बना सकते हैं.
Right. And now we have just sieved in our flour, which is all-purpose flour. मैदा यूज कर रहे हैं हम, तो उसको छान के हमने इसमें डाल दिया है. क्योंकि एगलेस बेकिंग है तो छानना बहुत ज्यादा जरूरी है, नहीं तो बहुत डेंस कपकेक बनेगा. ठीक है, because we are making an eggless version of cupcakes, it is very very important that you sieve your ingredients, or else you are not going to end up with a fluffy cupcake. You will get a very dense cupcake. ठीक है. Also, do not overmix your batter. कभी भी अपने cupcake batter को आपको overmix नहीं करना है. If you overmix it, it is going to form gluten and it does not taste nice in a cupcake. अगर आप इसे ओवर मिक्स कर दोगे तो इसमें ग्लूटेन फॉर्मेशन हो जाएगा और वो अच्छा नहीं लगेगा आपके कपकेक में. ठीक है. दिस इज द कंसिस्टेंसी ऑफ द बैटर व्हिच वी रिक्वायर. दिस इज द फाइनल कंसिस्टेंसी ऑफ आवर बैटर. दिख रहा है सबको? इज इट विजिबल?
Yes, Dakshita, it is visible, but can you please get it a little close?
Okay.
Yeah.
ठीक है. दिस इज अ फ्लोइंग कंसिस्टेंसी. द बैटर इज नॉट ड्रॉपिंग, इट इज जस्ट फ्लोइंग ऑफ. ठीक है. Once you reach this consistency, it is good to go. We'll keep this aside. Let me, एक सेकंड मेरे को देखना अभी. So I have my cupcake mold here, which I have lined with rice. मैंने अपने cupcake mold में rice की lining करी है नीचे, जिससे grease spots नहीं बनते liners पे. ठीक है. अगर आपको लगता है कि आपके लाइनर्स के नीचे ग्रीस स्पॉट्स बन रहे हैं, मतलब ऑयल नीचे जम रहा है या फिर बहुत ज्यादा ऑयली हो जाता है लाइनर, तो आप भी इसके नीचे राइस लगा सकते हो. एंड वील जस्ट फिल इन आवर बैटर. डू नॉट ओवरफिल योर बैटर, योर कपकेक लाइनर. सिर्फ 3/4 भरना है, पूरा ऊपर तक नहीं भरना आपका. ठीक है. सिर्फ 3/4 of your liner is what you will fill. You will not fill the entire line.
Okay. So, Dakshita, there was a question that if we want to add egg in it, at what stage can we?
You cannot add egg to this recipe because this is 100% eggless recipe. In your egg recipes, you do not use baking powder. So 90% of your egg recipes will only call for baking soda. Also, you do not need curd in your egg recipes. Curd acts as an egg replacer. Okay? And this is an
Okay.
eggless session, so we will not be dealing with egg questions. We will only be dealing with eggless questions. Okay? While making, I read a doubt which I would like to address. So somebody asked, what's the difference between caster sugar and powdered sugar? Guys, there are 4 types of sugars. One is a normal sugar which you use at home. Okay? It has very big granules. Everybody has seen it because everybody uses that at home, right? Your second type of sugar is your caster sugar. It is granulated sugar, but it has very very fine particles. ये बहुत ही छोटे particles होते हैं आपके caster sugar के. Your third type of sugar is powdered sugar, which is पिसा हुआ चीनी. So if you take your normal sugar which you use at home, grind it into a mixie, that is what gives you powdered sugar. And your fourth type of sugar is icing sugar, which is a mix of powdered sugar plus corn flour. Okay, so these are the four types of sugars. We use only icing sugar, powdered sugar, or caster sugar for baking. Caster sugar is the best form of sugar, but if you do not have caster sugar, go ahead and use powdered sugar. Never ever use granulated sugar for baking. ठीक है, जो घर का चीनी नॉर्मल वाला होता है, बड़े दाने वाला होता है, कभी भी नहीं यूज करना है बेकिंग में वो चीज. ठीक है.
Okay. Dakshita, there were a few questions.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, before going there, can you please tell us about the microwave settings?
We will deal with baking for both the cupcakes together.
Okay, okay.
ठीक है, दोनों कपकेक्स का बेक कैसे करना है वो एक साथ हम डील कर लेंगे, क्योंकि दोनों का सेटिंग सेम है, तो बार बार नहीं रिपीट करना पड़ेगा. ठीक है. Let's go forward and make the second batter, guys. Again, for this batter, we'll start with caster sugar. In the caster sugar, we'll add our oil. Again, this is flavorless oil. Do not use almond oil, mustard oil, coconut oil, olive oil for baking. Olive oil baking में use होता है, but बहुत specific recipes में होता है. We use olive oil for baking, but only in a very few specific recipes. Please do not use olive oil in all these recipes. ठीक है? Give your oil and your sugar a good mix. Guys, brand for your sugar can be caster sugar can be Trust, Solar, Mewar, and CCDS. Brand for your oil can be Fortuna or Sunflower. It can also be canola oil. For curd, Amul, Mother Dairy, or homemade curd, but which does not has a lot of water. Okay.
Okay.
Brand for your gel colors will be Wilton, or there is a brand called Chef Master and Magic. If you want to go ahead and use those. I, however, most of the times prefer using homemade gel colors, and you can, so if you know how to make them, you can use them, or we will be soon launching them and get those colors. ठीक है. So curd अच्छे से mix करना है. Mix in all your curd nicely. Again, to this curd, we'll be adding baking soda and baking powder. Brand for baking soda and baking powder, both are Wilton. So I use only Wilton baking soda and baking powder. There's Bluebird, there is hundreds of brands out there. Whichever brand works for you, use that brand. ठीक है, बहुत सारे ब्रांड्स अवेलेबल है मार्केट में. आपको सिर्फ इतना देखना है कि वो आपके बैटर में काम कर रहे हैं कि नहीं कर रहे हैं. कर रहे हैं तो आप कोई भी ब्रांड यूज कर लो. ठीक है. अगेन, दिस इज द फ्रॉथी रिएक्शन वी लुकिंग फॉरवर्ड फॉर. ठीक है. Once you have this frothy reaction, very gently just mix in all your ingredients. Add in vanilla essence. So brand for vanilla essence, or for that matter any essence of mine, is Fab. Okay, I only use Fab essence. However, Fab is not available on Amazon. Fab का essence जो है ना वो Amazon पे available नहीं है. I source them from bakingcart.com. If you guys want, I can share the link of the website with you all over the group. ठीक है. Once you add your vanilla essence and give it a nice mix, try करो कि एक ही direction में आप अपने batter को mix करो. Okay? Try mixing your batter in only one of the directions. However, it does not create a lot of difference. Do not mix it with a lot of power. बहुत ज्यादा तेजी से ऐसे 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 नहीं करना है, हल्के हाथ से करना है. Okay? And lastly, we have our all-purpose flour, which we'll add. Sieve it up.
Okay, everyone, we are going to tell you about the baking process also once we are done with this batter. एक बार हम लोग ये बैटर बना लें, उसके बाद फिर हम आपको बताएंगे कि बेकिंग कैसे करनी है, at what temperature and in which like what will be the temperature in microwave, ovens, and gas. We are going to tell you everything. But just wait till this batter is made. जब तक ये batter बन रहा है, तब तक आप थोड़ा सा wait कर लीजिए. Okay, Dakshata, there was a question.
एक सेकेंड बाद, ठीक है. So
Okay,
you
okay.
mix all your ingredients nicely. Make sure कि there are no fat pockets left. अच्छे से इसे mix करना है, लेकिन हल्के हाथ. ओवर मिक्स करोगे तो ग्लूटेन बन जाएगा, और ग्लूटेन आपके केक और कपकेक्स में अच्छा नहीं लगता है, ठीक है. सो nobody likes gluten in their cakes and cupcakes. So make sure you do not over mix it. Mix it with a very, very light hand. You just need to ensure कि all your ingredients mix up nicely. And at the last, I'll just add Oreo biscuits. I do not add the cream. If you want to add the cream, you can. ठीक है, मैं क्रीम नहीं ऐड कर रही हूँ ओरियो बिस्किट्स का. आपको अगर क्रीम ऐड करना है तो आप कर सकते हो. ओरियो नहीं है तो हाइड एंड सीक, बर्बन, जो बिस्किट मिलता है वो डाल सकते हो. बिना बिस्किट के भी बना सकते हो. Right, we can go forward with questions now.
Okay. So somebody was asking, just a second. So yeah, a lot of people are asking that are we not going to add curd in this batter?
We added curd in this batter. Oil, उसके बाद sugar, उसके बाद curd, उसके बाद baking soda and baking powder.
Okay, and also they were asking that is there any replacement for it, and can this be replaced with buttermilk?
You can, nahin. So curd is not replaceable here. Why? Buttermilk is also an egg replacer. Curd helps in adding moisture to your baked products. Buttermilk is more for the fluffier side. ठीक है, और
Okay.
दोनों का थोड़ा सा रोल अलग होता है, तो ट्राई करो नहीं रिप्लेस करो.
Okay. Somebody is asking that, ma'am, can we replace the maida with the wheat flour here?
If you want to, yes, you can. However, in all your bakeries, the cupcakes are made with all-purpose flour only. Okay, but if you want to, yes, you can go ahead and do that. थोड़ा dense बनेगा. Your texture will be a little different, and your cupcakes are going to be a little denser than what an all-purpose flour, which is true for almost anything which you replace with all-purpose flour. Right? Bread में replace कर लो, cake में कर लो, brownie में कर लो. Whenever you replace, it's just going to turn a little denser.
Okay. So is it possible that we can replace oil with butter here?
You can replace oil with butter. Use melted butter. However, oil-made sponges are a little fluffier, a little more fluffier than your butter-made sponge.
Okay. And do we need to grease our cake liners?
No. If you're using a cupcake liner, you do not need to grease it. If you're using silicone molds, you do not need to grease them. If you are making an entire cake out of this batter, you need to grease your cake tin there.
Okay.
Okay.
Somebody was asking that what is the basic difference between a cupcake batter and a cake batter?
There is no difference between a cake and a cupcake batter. Any cake batter can be used for cupcake. Any cupcake batter can be used for cake.
Okay.
If you're making a vanilla cupcake, so for suppose the one in which we've added Oreo, if you do not add Oreo to it, it is a normal vanilla cupcake. You can use the exact same recipe for making any of your vanilla cakes.
Okay. And can we add choco chip instead of biscuits here?
You can. What you add in it is your choice. If you want to make it a little healthy, you can also add nuts to it. You can add walnuts. You can add pumpkin seeds. जो भी ऊपर से decoration से add करना है, you can add that.
Okay. So, okay, everybody, whatever we have added here, we have added everything at room temperature. कुछ भी गर्म या ठंडा नहीं ऐड किया गया है. हर चीज रूम टेम्परेचर पे ऐड की गई है, चाहे वो दही हो या कुछ भी हो. Everything has been added at room temperature. And below the liners, we have kept rice. Okay, हम लोगों ने सबसे नीचे liners के नीचे हम लोगों ने रखा है rice.
Right. We've added a little rice so that there are no grease spots below your liners. If you are using a good quality liner, still at times you get grease spots. To even avoid that possibility, we've added rice, but it's not a compulsion to add. ठीक है? अगर you're just making it for personal reasons, कोई जरूरत नहीं है rice add करने. If you're using silicone molds, again, no need of using rice. If you're using bake and serve molds, no need of adding rice. Sorry.
Okay. So somebody who is asking, um, where was it? Just a second. Um, yeah. So somebody is asking that what different does a silicon mold makes you?
What difference does silicon mold makes? So
Yeah.
silicon molds are just reusable molds. ऐसा नहीं है कि you will get a better cupcake in silicon mold or you will get a better cupcake in a bake and throw वाला mold. ऐसा नहीं होता है. Just they are made for different purposes. Bake and serve is if you use it for a professional reason. Bake and serve and paper liners are the best. Bake and serve are a little expensive. Uh, if you want to use paper liners, they are cheaper. Silicon molds are more for your personal use, wherein you can make it, wash it, keep it, again make in the same one. You cannot reuse your paper liners and your bake and serve.
Okay.
Yes,
So
so the
somebody is asking
purpose
that.
is
Okay. Somebody is asking that how long do we can we wait before placing the cupcakes in the ovens?
how long can you rest it? You can rest them for approximately 15 minutes, not longer than 15 minutes, 10 to 15 minutes at the max.
Okay.
Okay?
So can we now tell them about the baking process?
Yeah. Let's deal with the baking process. So these cupcakes can be baked in your microwave, can be baked in OTG, and can be baked over gas. We'll first deal with the OTG settings. We will deal with only these three settings, guys. Okay? We will not deal with air fryer, oven, gas oven. Those सब I do not use and I cannot help with those. Okay, the three which I'll be dealing with is OTG, microwave, and gas. So if you want to bake them in your OTG, both your rods on plus your fan on. आपके दोनों rods on रहेंगे plus your fan on रहेंगे. Is it compulsory? अच्छा sorry. Is it compulsory to give rest? No, it is not compulsory to give rest. However, at times this may happen कि light एकदम से चला गया या you forgot to preheat your OTG. That is when a 10 minutes or a maximum of 15 minutes rest is fine. Not longer than that. ठीक है? Otherwise, not compulsory to rest, guys. Okay? Cool. Let's deal with OTG baking now. Both your rods on plus your fan on. Okay? आपका दोनों rod on रहेगा OTG का plus fan on रहेगा. And then you need to preheat it at 180 degrees. You need to preheat it for 10 minutes. Post that, keep your baking tray inside or your cupcake tray inside. Let them bake for the next 15 to 18 minutes, maximum 20 minutes. And then you take them out. Okay? Baking will also happen on both your rods on plus your fan on. Preheating, baking, dono, both rods on plus your fan on. Keep your tray in, preheat it for 10 minutes. Keep your mold inside, bake for 15 to 20 minutes. Okay? Guys, are we clear with OTG baking? OTG में you can use silicon, you can use bacon or soap, you can use aluminum. Tino can be used inside an OTG. Or if you don't have any kind of cupcake mold, you can make an entire cake out of it. Okay? Guys, clear with OTG baking. Can everybody who is making an OTG give a thumbs up or a yes?
तो अभी सबको OTG वाला पोर्शन समझ में आ गया? Can you please give us a yes or a thumbs up here? अगर आपको OTG वाला समझ में आ गया. Temperature is 180 degrees. Right, Dakshita?
Right.
So both the rods will be on. Both the
Plus
rods
the
will be
on.
on. The fan will be on. Temperature will be 180 degrees for preheating and also for baking. And then you're going to bake it. उसमें चल जाएगा आपका silicon molds can be used. You can use you can use silicon molds. You can use the cake tins. You can use the cake liners. Everything.
Right.
Yes.
Please show the oven button. ठीक है. किसी को oven button देखना है? We can show the oven button. This is the button which we use. अगर दिख रहा है तो दोनों rods हैं plus fan है. ठीक है? This is the button we bake at. Okay. If you again, I am dealing with OTG right now. If you do not, what if you do not have a fan? If you do not have a fan in your OTG, keep a bowl of water in your OTG. ठीक है? Suppose आपका ये OTG है. ठीक है, ये आपकी ओटीजी की ट्रे है ब्लैक वाली। इसी ट्रे पे आप किसी भी एक कॉर्नर पे थोड़े से बाउल में पानी डाल के रख दोगे, जिससे आपके ओटीजी में मॉइस्चर मेंटेन रहेगा, right? So if you do not have a fan in your OTG, keep a bowl of water on your baking tray in any of the four corners. This will ensure that there is enough moisture inside your OTG. Now, if your OTG has modes, some OTGs do not have an option of choosing your rods. You have bake mode, you have grill mode, you have toast mode. Use the bake. In the bake mode, you do not need to keep water. ठीक है, अगर आपके ओटीजी में मोड्स हैं, जैसे बेक मोड होता है, टोस्ट मोड होता है, ग्रिल मोड होता है, ब्रॉलर मोड होता है, डीफ्रॉस्ट मोड होता है, यूज द बेक मोड, डू नॉट, और उसमें पानी का बाउल रखने का कोई जरूरत नहीं, ठीक है। दैट इज ऑल फॉर ओटीजी बेकिंग। लेट्स स्विच टू माइक्रोवेव बेकिंग नाउ। What can you use inside your microwave? You can use borosilicate, you can use bake and serve, you can use silicone. A few OTG, a few microwaves are good with aluminium, but a few aren't. So please check for your own microwave. ठीक है, कुछ कुछ माइक्रोवेव में एल्यूमिनियम चला जाता है, कुछ कुछ में नहीं जाता है, तो आप प्लीज एल्यूमिनियम यूज करने से पहले अपना माइक्रोवेव चेक कर लो। अगर श्योर नहीं हो तो सिलिकॉन, बेक एंड सर्व, बोरोसिलेट, ग्लास, these things go in every microwave. ठीक है, these are the materials you can use. Temperature in a microwave is 180 degrees. Most of your microwave has an option of choosing the temperature. If it has, you need to choose 180 and it will automatically reach 180. If it does not has an option to choose, reaching 180 degrees takes approx 7.5 minutes. ठीक है, अगर आपके माइक्रोवेव में चूज करने का ऑप्शन नहीं है कि कितनी देर में वो 180 डिग्री पहुंचता है, तो आप उसे प्रीहीट करोगे 7.5 मिनट्स के लिए, ठीक है। Once it preheats, keep your mold inside and bake for approximately 22 to 25 minutes. ठीक है, 22 से 25 मिनट के लिए आप बेक करोगे, but post 15 minutes, please be around your microwave. You need to see if the top and the edges are done. You need to do a toothpick test and then go forward if you need to bake more or it is done. ठीक है, आपका हमेशा 12 मिनट के बाद आप अपनी, अगर आप स्पेशली फर्स्ट टाइम बेक कर रहे हो या सेकंड टाइम बेक कर रहे हो, तो आप अपने माइक्रोवेव के पास ही रहना। एंड सेम फॉर ओटीजी ऑल्सो, आप अपने ओटीजी माइक्रोवेव के पास रहना। 12-13 मिनट के बाद आप प्लीज अपने कपकेक्स पे नजर रखना कि टॉप हो गया है, नहीं हुआ है, एजेस फॉर्म होने लगे हैं, नहीं हुए हैं। अगर नहीं हुए हैं देन तो यू नो कि आपने बेक करना है। अगर हो गए हैं, डू अ टूथपिक टेस्ट, ठीक है। व्हाट इज द टूथपिक टेस्ट? आई विल शो दैट। ओके, आर वी क्लियर विद माइक्रोवेव बेकिंग गाइस? 180 डिग्री कन्वेक्शन मोड पे 7.5 minutes for preheating. If it does not has an auto temperature setting, bake it for 22 to 25 minutes. Guys, are we clear with microwave
So
baking?
yes everyone, are we clear with microwave? Microwave वाला सबको समझ में आ गया? Can we get a yes for microwave now?
Okay, cool. Lastly, dealing with gas cooking, guys, if you want to bake this in a gas, you can use a kadhai or a cooker. If you're using a cooker, make the normal sand or salt base and cover it up, preheat it for 15 minutes, keep your tin inside, and then your cupcakes will be ready. If you want to use a kadhai, take a kadhai, add a little water in it, keep an iron stand inside your kadhai. Once you keep the iron stand, keep your tin on top of it, cover it with a lid and preheat and bake it for around, kadhai mein you need to bake it for around 20 minutes. Okay, may take up to 25 minutes also. Please do a toothpick test. Kadhai also needs to be preheated for 15 minutes. ठीक है, अगर आप कढ़ाई में बना रहे हो तो थोड़ा सा पानी ले लो, उसमें एक आयरन स्टैंड रखो, उसे ढक दो पहले 10 मिनट 12 मिनट के लिए। ढक के गर्म जब हो जाए तो ढक्कन हटाओ, उसके अंदर अपना मोल्ड रखो। मोल्ड रखने के बाद आपने उसे बेक करना है लो से मीडियम फ्लेम पर 20 से 25 मिनट के लिए। प्लीज एक टूथपिक टेस्ट कर लेना लेकिन आप, ठीक है? राइट, so this is the 3 types of baking. I hope all the 3 types of baking are clear. Best results are made in an OTG or over gas. Microwave baked products do tend to get a little drier. अगर आप माइक्रोवेव में बना रहे हो तो थोड़ा सा ड्राई बनता है आपका कपकेक या जो भी आप बेक करो फॉर दैट मैटर, बट इतना डिफरेंस नहीं होता है. सो इवन इफ यू आर ट्राइंग इट इन अ माइक्रोवेव, not a lot of difference is going to be present. Are we clear with the 3 types of baking, guys?
Yes, Dakshita, I think we are clear with all 3 of them.
Let us quickly deal with the frostings. We will only be making Saloni, can you please repeat the microwave one in Hindi if somebody is messaging for that?
Yeah, sure. I will do that. तो जब आप माइक्रोवेव में बेक कर रहे हैं तो आप माइक्रोवेव में जब बेक करेंगे तो आपको कन्वेक्शन मोड पे अपना माइक्रोवेव रखना है. आप उसको अगर आपके माइक्रोवेव में प्री हीट का ऑप्शन नहीं है तो आप 7.5 मिनट के लिए उसको प्री हीट करेंगे. अगर आपके में माइक्रोवेव का ऑप्शन है तो आप उसको 10 मिनट के लिए प्री हीट कर सकते हैं. उसके बाद प्री हीट करने के बाद आप अपना जो बैटर है उसको अपने माइक्रोवेव में रखेंगे और उसको आप वापस से 180 डिग्री सेल्सियस पे पकाएंगे अराउंड 10 मिनट के लिए. उतने में वो पक जाएगा. ठीक, 8 से 10 मिनट में आपका जो बैटर है वो पक जाएगा माइक्रोवेव में कन्वेक्शन मोड में. ओके, एंड कुकर्स में आप सिलिकॉन मोल्ड जो है वो यूज कर सकते हैं, बट उसको डायरेक्टली आप उसके ऊपर मत रखिएगा जो सैंड वगैरह हो रही होती है. ओके,
राइट,
या
उसको
फिर
भी आप
अगर
प्लेट में रखो या केक टिन में रख लो या फिर ब्राउनी टिन में रख लो, किसी टिन में रख के रखना है. गैस पे भी आप एल्यूमिनियम मोल्ड यूज कर सकते हो, नॉन स्टिक यूज कर सकते हो, सिलिकॉन यूज कर सकते हो एंड बेक एंड सर्व यूज कर सकते हो. यू कैन यूज ऑल 4 टाइप्स ऑन गैस.
yes, in microwave you have to bake only in convection mode. Okay, अच्छा, I will repeat the cooker once also one. बहुत सारे रिक्वेस्ट आ रहे हैं तो मैं कुकर वाला भी एक बार रिपीट कर देती हूँ.
आप अभी
एक
रिपीट
नॉर्मल,
करना, एक सेकेंड, मैं सिर्फ
ओके
एक बार विपिंग क्रीम का थोड़ा सा बता देती हूँ. जब तक मैं विप करूंगी ना, जब तक टाइम लगेगा, तो आप जब तक कुकर वाला एक्सप्लेन कर लो.
ओके
ठीक है?
ओके ठीक.
Right, guys, she will explain the cooker once. Just give her 2 minutes. I'll just tell a little about whipping cream, and till the time I beat, she can explain you guys. Right? Okay. So your whipping cream always needs to be in this liquid stage. It should not have any ice crystals in it. It should not have anything solid in it when you start whipping it. Your whipping cream always needs to be cold. If it's at room temperature, if it's hot, it will not whip up. whipping cream हमेशा लिक्विड फॉर्म में होना चाहिए है. आपका whipping cream अगर गर्म होगा, अगर उसमें रूम टेम्परेचर होगा तो वो whip up नहीं, हमेशा ठंडा होना चाहिए, हमेशा चिल. ठीक है? Till the time now I whip this up, Saloni will explain the cooker baking. And I am going on mute क्योंकि this is going to make a lot of noise now. Okay?
ओके, तो अभी हम बताते हैं आपको जल्दी से कि आपको कुकर में कैसे बनाना है. तो कुकर में बनाने के लिए आप सबसे पहले अपने कुकर को प्री हीट करेंगे 10 मिनट के लिए. उसके लिए आपको क्या करना है, आपको सबसे नीचे क्या तो आप सैंड डाल सकते हैं या फिर आप सॉल्ट डाल सकते हैं. दोनों में से कोई भी एक चीज आप सबसे नीचे डाल सकते हैं. उसके बाद आप उसके ऊपर रखेंगे एक स्टैंड, कोई भी स्टील का या किसी भी चीज का आप स्टैंड रख सकते हैं. उसके बाद आप अपना कुकर का ढक्कन बंद कर देंगे. उसमें से उसकी जो सीटी होती है और जो उसका रबर बैंड होता है वो दोनों चीजें निकाल दीजिए. उसको आराम से कुकर का बंद कर दीजिए. गैस का फ्लेम जो रहेगा वो लो से मीडियम के बीच में रहेगा. उस पर आप इजीली लो से मीडियम के बीच में अपना गैस फ्लेम रखिए. 10 मिनट के लिए उसे प्री हीट करिए. ये हो जाएगा. प्री हीट करने के बाद अपना कुकर खोलिए, उसमें तुरंत जल्दी से अपना मोल्ड रखिए और वापस से अपना ढक्कन बंद करके उसको कम से कम आपको 15 से 20 मिनट के लिए पकाना पड़ेगा. एंड तब जाके आपका जो कपकेक है वो तैयार हो जाएगा. ओके, एंड जो विपिंग क्रीम आप देख सकते हैं दक्षता यूज कर रही है, तो आप किसी भी ब्रांड की विपिंग क्रीम ले सकते हैं. वो बस नॉन डेयरी विपिंग क्रीम होनी चाहिए. यू कैन टेक एनी विपिंग क्रीम, इट जस्ट हैज टू बी नॉन डेयरी. ओके, Okay. And whenever you're working with the whipping cream, it always has to be in liquid state, but it does not has to be at room temperature. It needs to be a little chilled. Okay, आपका जो whipping cream होगा वो बिल्कुल room temperature पे नहीं होना चाहिए, वरना वो whip नहीं होगा, but वो liquid stage में होना चाहिए. तो आप normally उसको fridge में रख दीजिए, वो liquid stage में ही रहेगा. Okay. Shalini, you are already learning how to make a batter here. Why do you want to make your cupcakes using a premix then? आप यहाँ पे ऑलरेडी सीख रहे हैं कि कैसे आपको आपका बैटर बनाना है, तो आप प्रीमिक्स से क्यों कपकेक बना सकते हैं? Okay, I will. Okay, whenever you work for the beaters, you can go with Philips. It is really a good beater. And if you're going with the Philips, try going with the 300 watts. It will give you the effect very soon, and that's a really good. That's a really good beater to go with. You do not need to add any kind of sugar in the whipping cream. आपको whipping cream में किसी भी तरीके की sugar add करने की जरूरत नहीं है. In OTG you are going to keep it in the middle rack. आप OTG में अपना जो वो batter होगा वो middle rack में रखेंगे. Yes, Jaseen, you are absolutely right. Once you will put the whipping cream in the freezer, it will be in the solid state. But when you will take it out from the freezer and keep it in the fridge, like a normal fridge, it will come down to liquid state, but it will not be at room temperature. That is how you use your whipping cream. Yes, Dakshita. I'm so sorry I make you wait so much. You can. Okay, you aren't able to unmute yourself. Just a second. Yeah,
Okay,
please try now.
right. I guess there were so many messages you forgot that I'm on mute. Cool.
Yeah.
That's
Okay.
fine. Okay, so now that we have our whipping cream whipped up, how do you know that your whipping cream is whipped? Invert your bowl upside down. If this whipping cream does not move, it is whipped up, it is at a stiff peak stage, and you need this stage for frosting. ठीक है, आप अपने बोल को जब उल्टा करो बीट करके, तो आपकी whipping cream हिलनी नहीं चाहिए. अगर ये नहीं हिल रही है, तो आपकी whipping cream सही बीट हो चुकी है and it is good to be used. Okay, whipping cream के brands Tropilite, there is Silver Mark, there is Golden Mark, there is Cream Belka whipping cream which is now in market. There is Rich. Amul whipping cream does not has the required fat content and it will not whip up. ठीक है, अमूल का whipping cream आप नहीं यूज कर पाओगे क्योंकि इसमें फैट नहीं होता. Right. So we have our cupcakes which are baked. Abhi, these are very warm to be frosted upon. So I'll not frost on these cupcakes. I have my cupcakes which I baked pehle se. I'll be frosting them. Okay. So we have this one, which is the mojito one, and we have Oreo one, जो कि ये रहा ओरियो वाला. ठीक है, तो हम ओरियो वाले फ्रॉस्ट कर लेते हैं क्योंकि फ्रॉस्टिंग तो एनी हाउ व्हिपिंग क्रीम का ही है, राइट. तो कैसे करना है, कैसे होगा, वो सब एक ही बार में आ जाएगा. तो हम ये वाला हटा देते हैं, ओरियो वाले को ही फ्रॉस्ट. ठीक है. इफ यू वांट टू कलर योर व्हिपिंग क्रीम ओनली जेल कलर गाइस, मैं दिखा देती हूँ. ये थोड़ा सा जेल कलर है. इफ आई पुट इट इन व्हिपिंग क्रीम, द क्रीम विल स्टार्ट कलरिंग अप. ठीक है, थोड़ा थोड़ा येलो दिख रहा है यहाँ पे. So only gel colors for your whipping cream. Please do not use liquid color for your whipping cream. No powdered color for your whipping cream. And I have crushed Oreos here. बहुत ही ज्यादा fine particle है. ठीक है, बहुत ही ज्यादा finely crush करा है हमने Oreos को. And हम उसको डाल देंगे इसमें. Why am I using a sieve for Oreos also? क्योंकि अगर थोड़ा सा भी मोटा हुआ ना ओरियो कहीं पे तो वो मेरे नोजल को ब्लॉक कर देगा, ठीक है. सो if I have a bigger particle of Oreo inside my whipping cream, that is going to block my nozzle. That's the reason I am sieving it up. ठीक है. And give it a good mix. इसे हम अच्छे से मिक्स कर लेते हैं. बहुत ही हल्के हाथों से करना गाइस मिक्स, नहीं तो whipping cream में जितना एयर इनकॉर्पोरेट हुआ है सब बैठ जाएगा. ठीक है. So you mix with a very light hand, or else all the air which you incorporated into this whipping cream is going to go flat and whipping cream will fall down. ठीक है. Just give it another mix. एक सेकेंड का.
Okay, everyone. The reason why we do not put sugar in the whipping cream is because the whipping creams are already sweet. आपकी
Okay.
जो whipping cream होती है वो already sweet होती है, तो इसलिए आपको उसमें sugar add करने की जरूरत नहीं होती है.
हाँ. So
Yes,
guys, there are two types of whipping cream. One is a dairy whipping cream. One is a non-dairy whipping cream. Your non-dairy ones. So एक second. I'll just confirm also. So this is the whipping cream which I use. This is a subsidiary brand of Rich. It's called it's Riches only. Otherwise, I used to use Silver Mark. ठीक है. ये already sweetened होते हैं. ठीक है. These ones are already sweetened. There are whipping creams which are unsweetened. However, those they're not very easily available in India. You will have to make extra efforts to find them. तो ये वाले जो easily available हैं वो already sweetened होते हैं, इसलिए no extra sugar goes into your whipping cream.
Okay. So, Takshita, a few people had this question that can they use normal hand beater in order to whip their whipping cream?
It's going to take a lot of time, maybe up to 45 minutes. Plus, you will have to keep on again and again keep it in fridge, क्योंकि रूम टेम्परेचर पे आ जाएगा whipping cream और बैठने लगेगा और वो whip नहीं होगा. So it is
Yes.
always preferred to use an electric beater. If you stay in a very warm place like I do, I stay in Delhi. तो बहुत गर्मी होता है यहाँ पे. During peak summers, what I prefer doing is either I'll work in an AC room, or what I'll do is I'll have an ice bowl below my whipping cream bowl. तो इसी बोल के नीचे मैं एक बड़ा बोल रख देती हूँ आइस क्यूब्स के साथ, एंड वो whipping cream को ठंडा रखती है.
Okay, so somebody is asking that, ma'am, can we use the powder whipping cream that are available?
Yeah, there's one from Baker's Valley and it works wonderfully.
Okay. So if you want to add any kind of color in it, try going with the gel colors only.
Trying only gel colors. If you use liquid color, if you use powdered color, your whipping cream is not going to whip up.
Okay. So somebody is asking that, ma'am, for how many days can we keep this open packet of whipping cream? And what is the...
अभी मुझे 5 मिनट दो. I'll deal with how to use your whipping cream and how to store.
Okay.
So I am using a rosette nozzle, guys. किसी को अगर nozzle नहीं समझ आ रहा है तो rosette nozzle है 1M वाला. ठीक है. एक सेकंड में बस कैसे पाइप करना है वो बता दूं. Right. So for a simple rolls, keep your nozzle in the center and just work around your hand in a small circle. ठीक है. And that is it. ठीक है. What are the easiest beginner nozzles? Would be 1M. There is also a 2M. There is a Hydra nozzle. So but पता है क्या? I suggest not to take a lot of nozzles in your starting. If you're just starting, just get 2-3 good nozzles, and that is it. ठीक है. Once you're comfortable using those 2-3 nozzles, go ahead and bring an entire set of nozzles. So I have a set of 46 nozzles, but trust me, once I go to wait, I just take 3 or 4 nozzles, and उसी से we can make different designs. ठीक है? So this is 2 designs which you can use, which you can make using a 2M nozzle. Guys, are we clear? दिख रहा है सबको? दोनों designs दिख रहे हैं सबको?
Yes, Dakshita, I think both the designs are visible and they're looking amazing.
Thank you. Now for a final touch on my cupcake. So for the क्योंकि Oreo ही करा है वैसे तो, either you can just place a half cut Oreo on top. ठीक है, ऐसे Oreos लगा लो. नहीं तो you have this gold dust which I will have to find. You can use that gold dust. So here's a gold dust. ठीक है, आप इससे डेकोरेट कर सकते हो. Just take a dust and just drop it on top. I usually use a brush, however, I have to find it, and इसलिए I'm not doing that. Or you can use just simple plain confetti for top to decorate, or leave it as it is. ऐसे भी काफी सुंदर लग रहे हैं. I don't think you need a lot of extra things to be done. Right. So I have this golden confetti, which I have made at home. This is not store bought, guys. घर पे बनाई हुई confetti है. I'll just decorate using this confetti. ठीक है? Okay, and we are done यहाँ पर. Any doubts? We can just deal with them somewhere else. Yup. Saloni,
Yes.
are there any doubts? So we can deal with
Yeah.
2-3 minutes of doubts, because I guess session थोड़ा extend हो गया. Even I need to.
Yes. So there are a few questions. So the very first thing is that how can they store their whipping cream if they have opened the packet? So like for how much long can they store that? And if they have whipped it, so how can they store that?
Once you whip your whipping cream, you can store it for 24 hours. Again, you can store it in your piping bag, or you can store it in a bowl itself. ठीक है, जिस बोल में whip करा है या तो आप उसी बोल में रहने दो, या फिर पाइप में निकाल के आप उसे रख के you can just store it for 24 hours. If you have an unwhipped open carton of whipping cream, you can keep it in a freezer for up to 2 weeks, I'll say. Post 2 weeks, it starts changing its color. ठीक है, अगर आपने whip नहीं करा है, कार्टन में ही है whipping cream, तो आप freezer में रखोगे, frozen state में रखोगे, और वो सही रहेगा up to 2 weeks. 2 weeks के बाद भी यूज हो जाता है. पर्सनल यूज के लिए तो कोई दिक्कत नहीं है. थोड़ा सा येलोइश हो जाती है बस क्रीम. ठीक है. Once you have to use it, get your whipping cream out of the freezer and keep it in fridge for around 2-3 hours. थोड़ा सा liquid जो हो जाएगा, use that and keep the rest of your whipping cream in freezer again. Okay, unopened carton of whipping cream can be kept for up to 2 months.
Okay. And for everyone who were asking about the nozzle, it is 1M nozzle that is being used here. 1M nozzle हम लोगों ने use किया था अभी.
Right, it is
Okay.
also called as the rosette nozzle, so you can use that. You can use any nozzle, guys, but 1M is the most famous and सबसे easy होती है. ठीक है, so that's the reason I use that.
Okay, so somebody is asking that, ma'am, what is the shelf life of the cupcakes that you have made using the whipping cream?
What is the, sorry, I missed it. Shelf
What is
life.
the shelf life? Yeah.
So if you do not frost your cupcakes, you can keep them for 4 days. If you frost them, you can keep them for 2.5 days.
Okay, and somebody is asking that, can we add mint essence in the icing cream of the mojito?
Yes, you can. Just 2 drops of essence, not a lot of essence.
Okay, and somebody is asking that, why can't we use the liquid colors in whipping cream?
Kyuki, that will change the entire consistency of your whipping cream, and it will turn into water. मतलब बहुत ज़्यादा liquidy हो जाएगा, and it will not fluff up. You will not be able to whip it up. So there is one question which is constantly coming up. Batter जो microwave का है वो same है क्या? Yes, आपका microwave का, OTG का, oven का, gas का, सबका batter same है. अलग-अलग batters नहीं है.
Okay, so somebody is asking that, ma'am, after making, do we have to keep it and get a set, or we can eat it immediately after
You
getting it
can
out
eat it
from.
immediately. आप उसे एकदम बनाने के बाद भी खा सकते हो. If you don't have to consume it immediately, keep it inside fridge.
Okay. Sonal, for your question, that is why we put the rice at the bottom so that we can avoid eyeliners becoming very oily. So you can do the same. You can just put some rice at the bottom, and it will avoid your
Your grease
liners
marks.
getting very oily or greasy.
हाँ,
Okay.
ठीक. Brands for whipping cream, guys, is Silver Mark, Golden Mark, Chocolate, Rich, and Cream Bell also. ठीक है.
Okay. OTG temperature and microwave temperature is same. It
180
is
degrees.
180 degrees Celsius. Okay.
Right.
Okay. Just a
Can't we use
second.
lemon zest instead of lemon juice? You can use zest instead of lemon juice, and your lemon juice is not going to taste very sour inside your cupcakes because we're only adding a small amount of it. बहुत ज़्यादा ऐड कर दोगे तो हाँ obviously sour लगेगा. Also, a little tangy is what people prefer, so it also depends upon your taste buds. ठीक है. The quantity of your vanilla, if you're using a vanilla essence plus lemon juice, that is the quantity which we've provided to you in the recipe PDF. So अगर आपको PDF का access है तो आप देख पाओगे कि कितना quantity में क्या है. ठीक है. अगर
Okay.
आप essence use कर रहे हो तो सिर्फ 3 से 4 ड्रॉप. ठीक है.
Okay, so somebody is asking that, ma'am, can we use the plastic nozzles also, or is it compulsory to have the steel ones?
You can use any nozzles. You can even decorate it without nozzles. But when I remember when I started making cupcakes and cakes, I wasn't very confident upon my piping techniques and I didn't wanted to make a huge investment. So I just used to cut my piping, not even piping bags, I used to cut those milk packets into various shapes and pipe through them. ठीक है. So
I do.
even मतलब your piping bags and nozzles are not compulsory.
Yes, even I do bake, but I do not want to invest so much, so I do the same thing. I
Right.
do
So
not
maybe
use
even at
piping bags
times,
or nozzles.
right, at times even today it happens that I might find a design which I want to try, but I do not have the required nozzle. Even though I have a set of 46 nozzles, still ऐसा होता है कि मेरे पास nozzle नहीं होता है कोई, and I just go, let's try it with a milk bag. ठीक है. So it does not require a lot of investment. Just try your hand. If it sets, go ahead and buy the piping nozzle and the bags. जब तक सेट नहीं होता जब तक तो ऐसे ही यूज करो.
Yes, and also somebody was asking that, can we store the batter? So, Dakshita, can we store the batter?
If you haven't added baking powder and baking soda, you can store the batter for up to half an hour, 1 hour. If you've added baking soda, baking powder, 15 minutes is the maximum time. ठीक है.
Okay.
Saloni, can we wrap this session abhi? मतलब you can just show how
Yeah,
to
yeah,
find
sure,
your,
sure, sure.
है ना? Because
Yeah.
even I have another meeting to join. Um,
Okay, okay.
Also, guys, I will be posting a photo of these cupcakes over my Insta feed, and it would be appreciated if you guys can drop a review as to how you found the class along with my Instagram feed on the. I would also love if you can drop a review on the Play Store on Pankhuri app wala link so that you can help us both grow. Right? If we grow, that's when we can bring a lot more sessions to you. How to share our pics? You can share them on the Pankhuri group, which you have, or you can share it over the Instagram with me. Even Pankhuri has an Instagram feed. You can also share it with them. I'm sure they'll love to see it.
Yes, we will love to see that. And yes, I will quickly show you that from where you can get the PDF, where all the products are listed, and I will show you that where you can post all your pictures of the cupcakes that you will be making.
Right.
Okay?
Along with how you can find my Instagram ID also. Please, Saloni, do that.
Yeah, yeah, I will tell them that
Yeah.
too.
Thank
Yeah.
you. Yep.
Okay, so I am quickly going to share my screen and I will show you that from where you can get all of these things. Okay?
Yep. Thank you, Ami. Thank you, Neha. your messages means a lot, especially in between the sessions. Once you tell that you like our session, it helps us to keep going on, right? सलोनी,
Yes.
आप दिख रहा है, स्क्रीन दिख रहा है हमको अभी?
क्या?
स्क्रीन दिख रहा है आपका हमको?
Okay, okay. Thank you, Dakshita. So
Yeah.
yes, you are going to do the same thing. That means you are going to open the Pankhuri app. आप Pankhuri app open करेंगे. You will click on the three lines at the bottom of the app. आप ऐप में सबसे नीचे जो आपको 3 लाइंस दिख रही हैं उनके ऊपर क्लिक करिए. You will find an option called as orders and bookings. आपको orders and bookings का एक option दिख जाएगा, उस पर क्लिक करिए. Once you will click on orders and bookings, you will be able to see your course. आपको आपका कोर्स दिख जाएगा. So just click on your course. अपने कोर्स पे क्लिक करिए. And here you can see an option called as enter classroom. You can just click on that and you will be able to join the classroom. Enter classroom पे क्लिक करके आप classroom में enter हो सकते हैं for asking your question and queries and for posting the picture of the cupcake that you will be making. You can just do that in the course group. Just click on go to course group and you will be able to ask your question and queries here. कोई भी क्वेश्चन या क्वेरी होने पे आप गो टू कोर्स ग्रुप पे क्लिक करके अपने सारे के सारे क्वेश्चन और क्वेरीज पूछ सकते हैं. एंड अगर आपको अपने जो भी आप कपकेक्स बनाएंगे उनकी पिक्चर्स भी आप यहाँ पे शेयर कर सकते हैं. नेक्स्ट, फॉर व्यूइंग द रिकॉर्डिंग, you can just click on view recordings and you will be able to watch the recording. Recordings के लिए आप view recording पे click करके recordings को check कर सकते हैं. After that, for the notes or for the PDF, you can just click on masterclass notes and you will be able to watch the PDF of it. PDF के लिए आप masterclass notes पे click कर सकते हैं and आपको पूरा का पूरा PDF मिल जाएगा. After that, once you will scroll down, you will be able to see all the products being listed here. You can just click on the one you want to buy and you will be able to buy that. कोई भी प्रोडक्ट अगर आपको बाय करना है तो वो सारे के सारे प्रोडक्ट्स ऑलरेडी यहाँ पे लिंक्ड हैं. आप इनके ऊपर क्लिक करके उनको बाय कर सकते हैं. Also, all the other courses or the upcoming courses are listed down here. So if in case you want to join any of these, you can just buy them from here. Also, for Dakshita's Instagram profile, you're just going to click on the picture of Dakshita. दक्षता की Instagram प्रोफाइल के लिए आप दक्षता के ऐसे क्लिक करेंगे एंड देन यहाँ पे आपको मिल जाएगा उनका Instagram लिंक. Here you can see her Instagram link. You can just click on this and you will be able to follow her. And also you can see she keeps on posting a lot of products here, so you can just follow her. Okay, you can just click on follow trainer and you will be able to follow her. आप देख
Yeah.
सकते हैं कि दक्षता काफी सारी चीजें भी पोस्ट कर रही होती हैं, तो आप फॉलो ट्रेनर पे क्लिक करके उनको फॉलो भी कर सकते हैं. ओके.
Right. So, yep, you can follow here and you can follow on Instagram because we have a lot of recipes. I guess there are over 60 recipes present on my feed at the moment on Instagram. So you can make those recipes as well. Also, we have just launched our YouTube channel this Monday. So you can also subscribe on YouTube and get going with more recipes.
So yes, everyone, I hope that you all have liked and loved the session. If you have, please go on Google Play Store and rate us. That will be a great thing for us. So yes,
Yeah.
I hope to see you all tomorrow, same time, same place. Till then, bye-bye. Take care. Have a great day,
Bye.
everyone.
Take
Bye,
care.
Dakshita.
Thank you. Bye. Thank you for joining, guys.
Bye-bye.